Okay, so you've been doing the general equation format for linear graphs for quite a while now, and it's always taken the form y equals mx plus c. Now, in year 11 and 12, we change it slightly so that it is a plus bx. And the reason we do this is because that's how it's represented on our calculator, but it's also because it becomes important when we are writing it in terms of linear models and when we're comparing variables, which we'll be doing in a future topic. So a is now our constant and our y-intercept. B is the gradient because it is before coefficient x. So we can label those now by just saying that this is the y-intercept. Why is it the y-intercept? Because when x is 0, y equals a. So the coordinate would be xa, or whatever number a is representing in this instance. The other value, which again we should be familiar with, is in this time it's going to be what m used to be, and it's the gradient of the line. Now, when it's written in the general form, y equals a plus bx, gradient's easy to find because it's always going to be the pronumeral, or sorry, I should say the coefficient before the x, or the variable that's the independent / explanatory variable. Now we will be discussing these variable terms later on. Explanatory variable, I guess, is a new term to year 11, and it's actually new to the course. It used to be called the independent variable, same as it is in science, with y being your dependent variable, the one that changes. We now are calling them the explanatory variable and the response variable. So when it's in the general equation form, as I said, it's very easy to find the gradient. But the other thing that we need to be aware of is this idea, and it's called a standard form. We don't typically use it much in Australia. We will have some questions in this format though. So if you're looking online at other videos, standard form equation will come with a and x being on the same side. So for example, two x plus 3y equals 12. Now the common mistake here will be if you're asked to find the gradient for this line, people automatically go, oh, well, it's 2 because the 2 is in front of the x. But we've got to remember that in order to find the gradient in this instance, we actually have to rearrange the equation. Now we can do that two ways. We can do it on the calculator by going into the main menu and using the solve function, or we can do it by hand by moving things from one side to the next. So for example, we would use this here, it's positive, it's going to the other side, so it's going to become negative 2x So we end up with 3y equals 12 minus 2x. We're still not finished yet. We then need to move the 3, so at the moment it's times 3, so it's got to be divide 3, and that means divide all terms by 3. So we end up with y equals 12 divided by 3 is 4, 2 divided by 3 is 0.67, or you could leave it in fraction form, and our gradient is actually negative 0.67. Now you might say, well, why on earth would we have equations in this format? The reason for that is it makes it very easy to sketch. So as mentioned in one of the previous videos, sketching we only need 2 points in order to make a straight line. If you have your equation in the standard form, all you have to do is substitute x equals 0 and you find the y-intercept, y equals 0 to find the x-intercept, and join those 2 points with a straight line. So it makes it easy to do it in that instance.